The co-main, a couple of pretty good, I mean really good, talking top 5 heavyweight, Sergey Pavlovich and Alexander Volkov. Pavlovich coming in as a -240 favorite. What do you think here?
You know, I really like Sergey Pavlovich in this fight. I just don't know if Alexander Volkov is going to be mobile enough and stay long enough to keep Pavlovich on the outside. If Pavlovich can close the space and get inside to Volkov's elbows, he can land those power shots. So I'm taking Pavlovich inside the distance.
How evasive? I can't pick the fights because I'm calling them, but my X factor is going to be how evasive can Alexander Volkov be? Because if he's evasive, if he can stay out in space, it becomes more difficult for Sergey Pavlovich to land that shot that will knock him out. So he's got to fight long, he's got to fight behind the jab, and he's got to stay away from Sergey Pavlovich if he wants to find success in this fight.
Quickly, how much is it going to affect Pavlovich that he's coming off that knockout to Aspinall? Hasn't happened much in his career.
I don't think so. I don't think it's going to affect him very much. I think he's going to be okay.
Especially when you look at how he rebounded from the Alistair Overeem fight.
Yeah.
Went on an incredible tear, so I think he'll be just fine.
All right, main event, Robert Whittaker, Ikram Aliskerov. It was supposed to be Hamzat. Instead, it's Aliskerov. Whittaker, a -155 favorite against a guy that only has 2 UFC fights on the resume.
Well, I'm taking Robert Whittaker in this fight, and I'll tell you why. Because, listen, Ikram Aliskerov, there's a reason why he has such high praise. This guy is very, very skilled, but we're going into Robert Whittaker territory. If Robert Whittaker can take this kid into the 3rd, 4th, and 5th rounds, he's really going to shine. And I believe since Robert doesn't have as much research and as much to go off of in terms of film study for Ikram Aliskerov, look to see him use the 1st round to make reads, to get a feel for the guy, and then start to drag this fight into the deeper rounds. So I'm taking Robert Whittaker, but I do think this fight goes the distance.
You know what I love about what you just said, Mike, is you said in round 3, 4, and 5. My X factor is going to be the experience of Robert Whittaker being in there with guys like Yoel Romero, going 5 rounds with Israel Adesanya, beating and winning or fighting against so many high-level middleweights. How much will that play a factor in Aliskerov's fight with Robert Whittaker? Can Aliskerov handle when Robert is making adjustments, when he's changing between round 1 and round 3, when he doesn't seem like the same guy? One thing you earn or you gain when you fight at the championship level is the ability to adjust on the fly because the guys are so good. Aliskerov has not had to do that yet. Robert Whittaker has done that time and time again. How much of a factor will that be in the octagon tomorrow night?
And there's so many shades to Robert Whittaker's game. He can make adjustments. If he wants to switch to wrestling, he can switch to wrestling. If he wants to strike, he can strike. So if Ikram's giving him something that he doesn't like, he can change gears. He's got multiple game plans within his skill set. So look to see him adjust on the fly.